What's up guys, it's Joe from JS Bladecraft. I have 3 amazing knives to show you from FoBos Knives. That's right guys, I am very stoked to be able to get my hands on 3 amazing FoBos knives. The first impressions video on an unboxing of these FoBos knives from Erik Hansen, the owner. He works out in Tennessee. He's a service disabled veteran. USA made knives. What are USA made knives compared to other knives? Now, the best way that I can kind of sum up exactly what you're getting from a USA made knife is pride. So much that goes into that one word. Artisans. You're getting professional people that are working on your knives. Professional artisans that are working on the steel, on the handles and the sheets. Genuine leather, genuine steel materials. If you're getting 3V, you are getting high quality 3V. If you're getting G10, you're getting sculpted, very high quality made G10 or Makata. When you hold these knives in your hand, you can feel the pride of the maker and the owner and the designer. These were all designed from Erik Hansen, from the owner himself, and he did an amazing job from conception to design to construction, finally getting into the user's hand. They're really amazing knives, and they are a staple in what USA Pride is all about. Guys, as a side note, we support our vets on this channel. Hashtag 22 day no more. What it simply means is awareness for veteran suicide, and veterans, you have a place here always on our channel and in the knife community, and especially admiration and appreciation for all our active military. We love you all. Now, this is the box that it comes in, guys. Now, it's a plain white box, but a good presentation and shows pride in the product. But it doesn't over embellish with the packaging. Now, it's not like a mahogany box with, like gold latches or anything like that. I can't help feel like the consumer is paying a little bit extra for the knife by getting, this like ultra high-end packaging or anything like that. And you may end up thinking that that money could have been put back into the knife. So this is perfect here. It's good packaging, shows pride. You got the beautiful, that FoBos logo, which looks like Greek lettering to me, but stuff for USA made. There's a logo here, and you have information up the wazoo about it. I'll show you the pamphlets inside. But here you have, this is the calculator knife. This is the CPM S35VN. It's a 60 HRC with the cryo-tempered procedure of, tempering the knife that FoBos does. But you have a lot of information and obviously the Made in USA sticker right here. When you open the box up, guys, you're treated to just a really nice textured, lined box with the styrofoam. First and foremost, you definitely take a look at the sheath. This is a beautiful leather sheath on the calculator, genuine leather. This is the smell test, great stitching, really solid, not flimsy. This is high quality stuff, guys. This is American pride that you're getting here. You may want to check on the seller because there's a couple different sellers on these knives. You have Blade HQ, you have Knife Center. So some of them come with the leather sheets, some of them come with Kydex. So you have to really see or maybe inquire within if there's other sheets available for you. But this particular one that was sent to me, it's a sample from Erik, came with this particular leather sheet, and I absolutely freaking love it. Of course, it comes with all the stickers, just a multitude of stickers that he gave you, which is always a good thing. People love getting stickers, I do. And obviously you have the warranty card, okay, that you can read up on it as well. Wicked wax. This is a particular wax that I guess he puts into all of his packaging that they're used to obviously protect the blade. So this is what you're going to be getting in the box as well. What impressed me the most, guys, is this literature here that he gave you. Obviously, he gives you all the basic information as far as where you can go for service, websites, where the knives are kind of produced, what FoBos Knives is, service, disabled, veteran, owned, small business. That's a business. It gives you the business classification, okay? But it goes further from there, guys. You have the FoBos general information, guaranteed for life regardless of owner transfer, which is amazing. And that's again, American pride, American quality. That's what you're paying for. Care and maintenance section. And then you have the steel and heat treatment information. Tells you basically exactly the steel that he's using, the HRC and cryogenically stabilized. Cryostabilization is to increase toughness. So it gives you so much information and also defines the terminology of everything on the knife. Tells you the degrees of the bevel on the secondary bevel, the edge angle. He recommends, also gives you recommendations, if you're doing it for hard use, if you had to resharpen this, he tells you, use 22 degrees. If you're using medium use, use 20, and if you're using light use, 17 degrees. So he gives you a lot of recommendations of how to care for the knife yourself and how to kind of sharpen it and how to approach it. And that's great info, because how many times you buy a knife and you never really know exactly what the maker intended in terms of the edge to be and all that, and just giving you that information it just goes a step further to show you pride. To show you pride and professionalism of the knife he's selling you, and it shows you a USA high quality product. First reaction with this is the fact that it's well made, guys. You put this thing in your hand, the balance it's a very well balanced knife. Okay, I'm not going to give you all of the specs on the knife itself because I'm going to be doing a review, but the calculator is about a 4.31 inch blade. It's got a CPM S35BN steel. Really good steel, very big fan. I'm a huge fan of S35BN. It's a drop point blade, good solid flat ground, and it's a convex made edge from a flat ground, which is ultimate. I mean, I'm a big fan of convex edges. They tested it at an HRC of around 60. The handle itself is around 5.34 inches is the handle, and it's a green micarta with beautiful red liners. Handle length is basically extremely perfect in the hand. It comes into the butt of the knife, comes in with a glass breaker, a skull cap crusher, whatever you crushing type of tool. And I kind of thought basically how it kind of had a thin profile. How I thought it wouldn't be too comfortable when I saw it on video, but when you really put this thing in your hand and see basically how you have the finger choil right here, you have the beautiful generous jimping on the top, and how this kind of just comes in and wraps around, has that recurve here, and it wraps around and really hugs that pinky. This thing just kind of melts in your hand, and that's basically what he's going for in terms of his design, and he nailed it. I mean, he nailed it. This is an extremely comfortable knife, and from holding the other ones real briefly, they're all extremely comfortable knives. You put them in the hand, you know you have quality in your hand, and you know that you could expect just good performance out of each and every knife. Locks right into place, so it's got to kind of work in, and look at that. It's just aesthetically, I absolutely love the look of his knives, especially with the leather sheaths that he includes with them. Really beautiful looking knife. I believe this is the one with the magnet. Yeah, this has a magnet basically that holds the knife in place. Okay, when you put it away, so you don't have a problem with that. So that's really a first. I actually never seen that before. So there's a magnet actually at the point of the knife. Calculus is a really nice, smaller size, purpose-driven, but this could be like just a smaller bushcrafting, camping, self-defense type of knife. Discreet, fits great in the hand, very light, balanced, extremely balanced, and extremely solid. Okay, guys, the next one is going to be the Alaris. Now, the Alaris is going to end up being, I think it's going to end up being probably my favorite knife out of these three. Personally, because I just like that the wider blade on the Alaris. Okay, this comes with the kydex sheath. Again, all the normal stuff, the normal packaging and everything that comes with the other one. I don't need to repeat it, but big fan of how this is delivered as well. So you take this knife out, guys, and again, you hold this thing in your hand, and this has a little bit more weight to it. This particular Alaris, it comes in at around 11.7 ounces. But look at that blade, guys. Look at that beefy ass blade. 1.2 inches, okay, the width of this blade. But what I love about this blade, other than the fact that, again, handle extremely comfortable. This is a little bit more comfortable because it has a little bit more meat at the pinky area there. So you really feel like you have a lot of purchase, and you could hug this thing in your hand very well. You know, it's good for a larger size hand as well. If you have a larger hand, you can see you have a little bit more purchase there. And you don't need any jimping in the front because of the way this thing is balanced. And the way you can kind of really just hold this knife, you know, the way the handle was designed, you don't need extra jimping here. It's just absolutely perfect the way it was designed. It really just feels incredibly balanced, okay? Balance point is right there. Really absolutely comfortable. No matter which way you hold it, what grip you have, there's no hot spots. The liners are absolutely immaculate. Beautiful G10. You got the bowl drill divot holes on each side, very deep. Okay, if you need to use that kind of thing, you have those there to use. And just look at that G10. I mean, look at the red liners, the G10. Look at the spine of the blade and how you have that thickness here. It has a little distal taper. You have that, you know, each of them have like a really nice reinforced tip. I think these things are going to work, guys. These, you know, listen, the term of FoBos actually means 4 operators by operators. Okay, so you have Erik being an operator. He was a professional contractor with the military, and he was also an operator. And he's coming to you with what he would want in a knife. He has operators and people, the end user, always in mind in terms of how he designed it. You notice that sharpening choil, how defined that sharpening choil is? Now, to resharpen this knife, guys, look at that. I mean, you could basically go right off of there. You're not going to hit into there. That's a beautiful sharpening choil. Very, very well thought out. And I love seeing things like this where I can really, the full edge, cutting edge, I can treat it when I need to resharpen this thing, because you're not going to have no issues basically with that really well-defined sharpening choil. And it gives you that extra width and that extra means to work and to use it as a woodland type of knife, to use it as a self-defense knife, to use it as a survival knife. It's a CPM 3B. We all know 3B, and this is a good quality 3B. The flat grind, it's also a drop point, 0.78 inch blade thickness. You can see how thick that blade is. I always appreciate a thick spine. This one has an HRC of 58, also the cryo tempered. Got a really nice kydex sheath with the dangler here. This kind of really just locks into place. A nice look on it. I just love that black. Look at that black and red. I mean, I'm big on aesthetics. I mean, just look at that kydex and how that red really pops off the screen when you have it in the kydex. Really absolutely amazing. But this is, you know, a really nice fit. Nothing shake or dangles. That was there. Absolutely wonderful. Professionally done. Absolutely professionally done. And just look at the jimping, how beautiful the jimping is there. Finger really melts right into that. Okay, your thumb naturally goes right into there. Also the lanyard, you all have these also very large lanyard holes on all the knives. And here you also have the butt of the knife, which is also another beautiful glass breaker. And look at what a chunk of steel this is. This is a chunk of really high quality 3V steel with beautiful G10 sculpted handles with the red liners. This is just a fantastic knife. That wide blade is really gonna handle so many different tasks that whatever you throw at it, I think these things are going to excel. Finally, guys, the best and probably the most expensive of the knives would be the Tier 1 BC. This is in CPM MagnaCut, and I'm very excited to test this out. And I'm going to try to devise some way to show the durability or the edge retention, how much it holds the edge being MagnaCut. See how you start with the sharpness level, and when I do a lot with it, which I have a lot of things planned with it, how it's going to hold up in terms of the sharpness level, and if that MagnaCut bar is that legendary super steel edge retention that they're talking about. And I'm imagining with the steel that Erik is using, I'm imagining this is going to be pretty much that and a lot more. First thing you're going to see right out of the box is how beautiful the leather sheath is on this particular Tier 1 BC. Now, this does not come with a lot of different sellers. I haven't seen this particular one. I don't know if you could request it, but you may want to take a look at it. But it may be an option to get this type of sheath as well. You just have to shop it around. I'll put everything on the screen here as far as all the different sellers that you can get Erik's knives from. But look at that quality there, guys. High grain leather quality. Look how beautiful that brown leather is. Okay, not flimsy. Everything is just the way it should be. Very great stitching. And you have, you could basically put this as a scout carry with the belt loops here. So you can kind of keep it as a belt dangler here, but you could also pull this out and button it up a little bit more to have more of a dangler in mind there. Here is the Tier 1 BC. Look at the size of that knife. This is almost a 6-inch beautiful piece of MagnaCut steel. Okay, all the way through, okay? Beautiful full tang. Again, they never disappoint on the G10. Or the red line is the jimping. Now, this you have to notice right away with the jimping. It has a dual finger choils for just maximum grip and comfort while cutting. So, I mean, this is kind of made to be used. Look at the jimping right here, but also look at that extra jimping right there. So, if you really want to basically get in tight, you have that two types of jimping on the top to really get in for just the best comfort you can possibly have with this knife. Okay, you can kind of get in right there with the finger choil here and the two there. I mean, look at that. If you really want to get some good detail fine work on doing woodwork, whatever you're doing, you have it there. You have the finger choil here, and you have the beautiful 2 ways of jimping it right here. Very, very, very comfortable. Expertly made G10. Again, with the on the butt, you have the same as all the knives is the glass breaker here. Beautiful red liners that really stick out with the black. They're all PVD coated finish on the blades as well on all three of these. And it just, again, the balance of this thing in the hand. Okay, here's the balance in the hand, guys. This is about a 6-inch blade, almost a 6-inch handle. Really absolutely comfortable. Okay, it just feels good, guys. They feel like they're going to be comfortable doing whatever you need to do with them. They're going to be really comfortable basically if you need to use them for any type of self-defense type of, you know, usage. It's just whatever you're going to do with them, they're going to be fantastic. And aesthetically, I love the aesthetic look of all of them. And the handles all are winners. They're all really exceptional handles, which I didn't think they would be. You also have the divot drill here on each side in this knife. I didn't think they would be, but until you finally get them in your hand and you see basically how you have that recurve, that hug, that your hand kind of hugs into it, you know exactly what you're getting here. Guys, I didn't mention it, but the sharpness level of all these knives is phenomenal. You know, and what else does pride mean? Pride means when you deliver a knife to the client that has an exceptionally sharp edge. All of these knives have an exceptionally sharp edge. I mean, these are razor blade sharp. You have S35VN, you have 3V, you have the magnet cut. That really goes to show you the pride when you're giving somebody a well-made knife, but also a very sharp knife. I mean, there is your sharpness at level out of the box. Absolutely just hair popping sharp. I mean, it just doesn't get much better than that, really. I love a knife when you're putting it away in the sheath, how beautiful it looks being stored. I mean, I just like to have it, you know, a great looking knife when you're using it, but also when you're storing it and you're having it in your belt, if you're able to carry it, how good this looks. I mean, aesthetically, I love the look of these knives. So these look great. So there you have it, guys. Here are 3 FoBos knives. Erik, thank you so much for sending these over to me. We had Erik on, Erik Hansen from FoBos Knives on Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. With Scab and I had him on Blade Talk not too long ago. I'll try to leave a link in the description. You'll get to know, I definitely recommend it. It's a great watch. Get to know him behind the scenes and get to know him as a maker and what he believes in terms of his knives as an operator to an operator. Really fantastic dynamite man, and really appreciate you meeting you, Erik, and thanks for these knives. And I'll do my best to kind of show off how beautiful and how brilliant, okay, these knives are and how well they work. Okay, guys, this is the Alaris and this is the Calcula. Amazing knives from FoBos Knives. I will get you videos on each and every one of these knives. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you when I see you in the next order knife video. Joe from JS Bladecraft, signing out, guys. Peace.